When did the passion as boxing as a career come for you? When did that start?
Dad used to teach, well, he still does, Kempo karate.
Yep.
And so I remember doing pads with Dad when I was around 3.
Yeah.
So I've always been around, throwing my hands around.
Yeah, yeah.
But I never really got involved in boxing until I was around 11.
Okay. So what at 11? What was the turning point? When did you realise this is the career that I want to
This is
chase?
the career I want to chase. Well,
Yeah.
Originally I was a very good sprinter.
Yeah.
And so I used to play rugby and I was very quick, but
Yeah.
the problem was I was very small compared to the rest of the guys.
Okay.
At the time, I think I weighed, when I first started, I was 36 kilos. So
Oh wow.
I was massive, I was. But all the other boys had obviously matured a lot earlier and they were
Yeah.
a lot bigger.
Okay.
And so originally I just went into boxing to get a bit of upper body strength.
Sure. This is obviously your first fight coming up. What date's that happening?
15th of December.
Okay, and that's happening in Brisbane?
Yeah, Brisbane.
Okay.
So that'll be in the Convention Exhibition Centre in Brisbane.
Nice. Your dad took you over to Ireland to get your boxing career
Yeah.
started. Why did that not? Were you struggling to get it kicked off here in Australia? Why go to Ireland?
No, I've always been fond of my Irish heritage, so we
Yeah.
thought, why not? You know, the Irish are
Yeah.
great fighters, much more so than probably Australia, especially in the
Sure.
amateurs. It's always been a dream of mine to be a professional.
Yeah.
So that's when we I got offered from a coach who I'd been training with over
Nice.
in Ireland that, you know, I could go pro over there. So I
Yeah.
went over there, started training, then a whole heap of injuries started to flare up and a whole heap of other stuff. Ended
Yeah.
up coming back, planned on coming back, but
Yeah.
then things kicked off here. Had my
Perfect.
surgery and everything sort of just fell into place. From birth, really, I had one hip I was very preemie, so I had one hip which was malformed. It created a burr on the end of the joint.
Sure.
What the surgeons and all the specialists have told me is that obviously the burr wasn't quite as big, and then from boxing, because I've been using my hip so much,
Sure.
the burr just got slightly
Yeah.
bigger and bigger and bigger.
Gotcha.
It's calcified and got bigger, and then started to tear into my tendon and cartilage.
Oh, far out.
The first day I went to hospital would have been around January 3rd, I think. I had surgery in May, but then I couldn't do any training before that because obviously I was in too much pain, and then I
Sure.
couldn't do any training after that because obviously I had to have my recovery period.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about your amateur career. What's your record there? Is it?
I had around 47 fights.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
And that's just
And I had
throughout Australia, or is it across?
Yep, so that was Australia and around the world.
Yep.
I think I've had seven losses.
It's well documented. You know your dad's acting background and a bit of your acting background. How do you balance that? You know, just a bit of modelling, bit of acting, bit of boxing. It's an interesting combo.
It's an interesting combo, but it has. I think it's helped in the long run.
Yeah.
I do Dad's acting class every Monday. It's great to just get in front of the camera, and it's a bit of an escape for me as well. So
Sure.
obviously I train every day throughout the week,
Yeah.
and it's a bit of time off to, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
go-
It's
go
3
do
times a
some
week.
acting.
3 times a week you're here. Is that?
Oh,
Oh, sorry,
nice.
3 times a day. Sorry,
Three
that's what I
times
meant.
a
Yeah,
day.
yeah.
3 times a day I'm here.
Quite grueling.
Yeah, it can be, especially in camp. So at the moment I'm here 3 times a day. So I go morning, I get up early around 6 o'clock, go for a run or go for a session here.
Far out.
I'll finish that. I'll have my protein powder, a few nuts, banana, or whatever, and then I'll go to work.
Yeah.
I'll work for a bit, and then I'll come back here,
Okay.
train again,
Yeah.
go back to work for a tiny bit,
Okay.
and then come back here and finish.
Do you know who you're fighting in Brisbane? What's happening there, mate?
No, so I did have an opponent, but that's been changed. I do have an
Okay.
opponent coming. That'll be coming within the next couple of weeks.
Oh, wow. So once the opponent's been named, how much tactical study goes into your opponent, his weaknesses, how you can counter that? How much does that work?
A fair bit. So me and Dad will sit down and we'll look at the opponent and we'll
Yeah.
try and look at, you know,
Yeah.
what he's good at and what he's bad at.
Sure.
What I'm good at, obviously,
Yeah.
and we'll work around that.
The dream was to make it to the Olympics in 2020. Is that still the end goal for you, or is that just?
Now the Olympics? Now I've turned professional. Obviously, my main goal, probably every professional's goal, is to probably get a world title.
Yeah.
It's not possible for everyone, but I know
Yeah.
if I get the right training, right sparring,
Sure.
everything goes the right way, I can make it there. So that's the goal.
Have we had many Canberra boxers make it to the professional stage? Are you one of the few?
I'm one of the few. I'm probably one of the only ones who's been on such a high stage, especially first fight.
That's great.